Bună ziua!
Elemental rod. I should take this back to the altar. Perhaps I should try this somewhere else. One more to go.
What's happening, Hunter?
She believes in our purpose. It is one of the elemental rods. finished.
The moon seals are ancient talismans of the old gods. And in your case, they are the keys to unlocking an even greater gift.
Is that why Wanda was here? In pursuit of this gift?
Just as we started with you as a child, I allowed Wanda to experiment here, with the hope of focusing her powers through training in basic elemental magic.
But that is not what happened.
Wanda's connection to the old gods, to Chthon, was not the same as yours. She isn't descended from the blood, and the trials weren't meant for her.
But you knew this before she started.
I did. And you should understand that I regret not putting a stop to her efforts sooner.
Then what really happened here?
When Wanda tried to use this moon seal to access the next trial, the Blood Gate didn't open, but the seal's power did have an effect. She had visions, both terrible and somehow alluring at the same time. What started as idle curiosity became a compulsion for her.
And now I am on the same path. So, where is the next Blood Gate?
Beyond the Standing Stones, if memory serves. I doubt you'll have any trouble finding it. We may have woken you up to save the world, but just think where the Abbey would be without your efforts, Hunter. The magical energies flowing through the grounds are converging on the altar, drawn to it like moths to a flame.
As a child, it never occurred to me how important this altar was to you.
Where would a fabled witch be without her various accoutrements? Just as your swords are an extension of your power, so too are my altar, the cauldron, and the library.
And now that the altar has been restored?
It's time we start using them to our advantage. Come by the library tomorrow night, and we'll conjure something together. Oh, and thank you again for the help, dear. Can you feel it in the air, Hunter? The altar is humming with magical energies, just waiting for the right invocation. It's always good to see you.
Could go a few rounds. See you around.
Interesting. Curious. That is something. Fascinating. What is this? Caretaker hardly spoke of him, but I like to imagine my father was a great hero whose spirit protected these woods. must not be her purview. The goddess must be busy.
I should have known you'd wind up here eventually. You were somehow always here as a child.
If only I had known him. And still you masked even this from me. My own father's grave?
It wasn't you I was hiding it from. I've been making a lot of apologies to you lately. Now, they probably don't mean that much. But I am sorry, Hunter. Lilith's relationship with your father went against our ways, our purpose, or so I believed at the time. It was the Elder Gods themselves who first breathed life into us. Human notions like falling in love couldn't possibly be part of their plan.
And then you met Agatha.
If only I'd realized it sooner. I might have been a little kinder towards him, especially at the end.
What happened?
A great sickness came upon this area just before you were born. Your father was one of the first to fall.
With all your power, the two of you, you could not save him?
Lilith was a gifted healer, but this was no ordinary plague. The corruption went beyond his physical body. In the end, there was nothing we could do.
What did Lilith do?
She did what anyone would have done. She grieved. But in her grief, she lost herself, and her grief turned into anger.
Is that when you took me from her?
It wasn't long after that. Things started to fall apart before my eyes. I couldn't see another way out but to run.
The plague that turned her into the mother of demons?
No, this was something else, but cut from the same cloth. Your mother was no longer the woman I knew. The sister I had fought alongside for centuries. She was gone.
I've never heard you talk this way before, Sarah.
It's hard to walk the grounds here without churning up so many old memories. Maybe now you understand why I don't venture out here that often anymore.
You were not affected by the plague?
We were all affected, whether we were among the sick or not. I'm sure there was a time when your mother and I both would have just as soon joined the dead than continue to watch the villagers suffer.
I cannot imagine you ever reaching that point.
Lilith may have been the most skilled herbalist in the New World. I saw her perform near miracles with the potions she concocted from the plants in her garden. She was consumed by the idea of finding a cure.
But she never found one.
No, despite her efforts, nothing ever worked.
I can see how that would be a dark time for both of you.
With darker times still to come.
Thank you, Sarah. Your timing may need work, but I appreciate the honesty.
Anything for you, Hunter. Anything.
If only it were always this easy to bring a family together. Tell me about my father.
Believe it or not, you can thank your father for those good looks of yours. There is a striking resemblance.
I only have the faintest memory of him. What was he like?
He was honest. A working man, you could say. Authentic. Of course, I still didn't like him, but that wasn't really his fault. I'm old enough to admit that now.
But he loved my mother?
He loved her, and she was smitten with him. As the story goes, they were happy together. For a time.
Until I came along?
You were an unexpected gift, but a welcome one. Your father was very proud.
I wish I could talk with him now.
I know that feeling all too well, kiddo. I'm not sure we've ever had so many eager new recruits come along in such a short time. We must be doing something right.
I just hope this is what you were expecting, Hunter.
Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today? This is some of my best work. Oh, now this I can work with. This coil stuff is really incredible. See you, Hunter.
Let's do this. Hydra won't want to tussle with me now. Peace.
New York. Is there a problem? Another one?
Central's picking up some unusual activity at the New York Museum of Art. Looks like a break-in. It's all stolen artwork, recently recovered from the personal collection of... Deadpool?
That Harlequin is an art thief?
No. Red Skull is the art thief. Deadpool is more of a... kinda like... You really need to see for yourself.
Good luck, kiddo. You're going to need it.
Caretaker, are you sitting in with Carol?
Oh, no. Not if Deadpool's involved.
It cannot be that bad.
Just wait.
Any intel on our museum thief? Let me guess. Captain Mayo in the archives with a candlestick.
Hydra Mystic in the warehouse. No candles. Whatever Hydra is looking for, it seems they have yet to find it.
Just don't let them find you.
You the new guy?
Huh?
Sorry, the new fully customizable, heroically upgradable monster masher? Wisecracking anti-hero. Merc, very occasional hero. Whatever. I'm adaptable. Spin me off, it's a big franchise.
Stop talking.
Are you here for the statue too?
What statue?
The one my very mysterious and very scary client from somewhere in very Eastern Europe wants me to steal back from the guy who stole it from him? It's the Circle of Crime.
That one?
Well, Jimmy, my frickin' chungus. Yeah, that one. Hands up and pants down, ladies and gents. This is a robbery. I'm sorry, have we met? Aren't you... Sloth? No, Sylvia. Cindy? Please kill him. Sin! That's it. Of course, Sin. Granddaughter of Redhead. I mean Skull. I mean Skell. Whatever. No!
You never seem to have much luck with these stealth approaches.
I have yet to participate in one that was actually quiet.
Quiet is boring. I'm almost never quiet, and things go not terrible for me sometimes.
Try not to get wiped out by Hydra flunkies while you're mouthing off.
Not dying is actually a key part of my strategy.
Not last much longer at this rate.
Allow me! Right in the moneymaker. third catchphrase. Stacking them deep today. Right up, 10 yards, break.
Now that was something. This shall be of great help. There is no escape.
Do you still count as a living legend? Or did they put an asterisk right next to your name?
Hydra's in control of the situation.
My trigger finger is getting real itchy.
Let's see how tough you are.
That's one of those homeopathic teams.
Love to hear who hired you to steal that artifact if you're feeling chatty, and I know you are.
Wait, you aren't the usual lady in my ear. Who is this?
Carol Danvers?
Why is that name so familiar?
I'm Captain Marvel.
Ah, it's finally happened!
Always happy to meet my fans.
Just like old times.
I'm gonna get you! For you, friendo! all see that too, right? With extreme prejudice.
Insanely annoying, as expected, but at least he can fight.
Step away from the artifact.
Click!
Did you just say click?
Yes, I did. For emphasis. Now hand over the statue.
Fool! Do you know what...
Monologue-free zone here. It's in my contract. Sorry. Now, respect the click and hand over the... Whoa. Big click energy. I like it. Want to help me kill some Nazis?
Hydra aren't Nazis.
Potato frittata.
What they have outlives their usefulness to me.
See? I had your back.
Right. Where is Sin? And the statue?
The level designer says she went that way.
Why betray her own people?
Maybe she appreciates a plot twist? You first. Is this a mole man thing? Please let this be a mole man thing. Cause you know I'm the biggest mole man fan. Uh-oh.
It would seem Hydra and their mistress have escaped with the artifact.
Is this like one of those monkey's paw things? I say mole man, and the universe gives us off-brand vampires?
They're vampires with a Y. It's a whole... Don't ask.
Wasn't gonna. So, is there some special way to dust these critters?
Beat them before they eat you?
Bet you can't guess how many times I've heard that. Special move!
Some for the rest of us. You were too weak for this fight. Your time has come. Your mother abandoned you.
These Vampires are a problem. At least we know how to handle them.
Without that statue, not even a sparkly hole can cheer me up.
Is this about your very scary client again?
When he finds out how royally I botched this mission, or worse, when he finds me, I'll be...
Deader pool?
There it is! You go, new guy! And by that, I still obviously mean the new fully customizable...
Come back with us to the Abbey.
No.
The magical wards will protect you.
No. Hell no.
You can hide there. Help us track down Sin.
No!
Fight off the vampire infestation.
If you insist. Look, Ma, I'm gonna be DLC!
Deadpool's not as awful as everyone thinks he is. We have some history. All this excitement.
The more the merrier, right?
Man, I just would...
I don't know, a little chaos around here could be fun. Just trying to see the bright side. It's good to punch Hydra.
Deadpool's addition is stressful. I might have to avoid him for a time. Perhaps forever. I just...
Don't expect me to be happy about this, because I'm not. Can't hurt.
Bringing Deadpool into the fray was your decision. I hope it was for the best. I remember when I used to go out.
Blade needs some time to come around to Deadpool. Give it a few years, tops. They're not always glamorous, but these missions are still crucial to stopping Lilith.
So, Deadpool's sticking around. Good thing we don't have an HR department. It's nice of Hydra to...
Everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves. You can't be that bad. Chaos magic.
Deadpool isn't as annoying as everyone makes him out to be, but he sure wears you down. I ain't much of a conversation.
I hear we have a new housemate. I will wait to make my introductions until much later.
It's almost a shame we have to wait.
Ugh, if you need me, I'll be hiding out in my room. Yes?
Thanks again, Hunter. If you'll excuse me, I need to mark my territory. Thanks, Hunter. You're literally a lifesaver. I'll just lie low until my job is done.
Does your job always require you to steal art?
That's what the client wants, sure. Most of the time it's making people sleep forever. The forbidden nap, if you will. Mercenary work is a grab bag of awful stuff, and it rules.
I see the necessity of your work.
You do?
Yes. Some forces are too evil to go unchecked.
No, there's a check involved. Usually signed by someone with deep pockets.
Stealing an artifact must be boring by your standards.
You call what we did back there boring? I'd hate to see what you find exciting.
Can you tell me more about the statue?
Do I look like some sort of artsy-fartsy hipster to you?
I am wondering why it was important to you.
Because looking at it made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
If your client was paying you to steal the statue, it must be valuable.
I'm not some TV game show host with a fabulous mustache. I don't get paid to ask questions.
That does not sound very smart.
Hey, I'll have you know my IQ is average.
So, you will not tell me who you work for?
Not unless I want to be on the receiving end of his punishment. Normally, I'd be into that, but he's too scary.
Scary how?
So scary that I took a magical portal to a stranger's house in order to stay away from him.
You are welcome to stay at the Abbey for as long as you need.
I'm gonna leave a Deadpool-sized impression on the couch. That's where I'm headed, unless you still want my attention.
I have questions, if you do not mind.
Sounds like somebody hasn't looked me up on the internet. Shoot.
How come I have never seen you without the mask?
It's physically glued to my face. If I try and remove it, my skin peels off like gum stuck on the bottom of a shoe.
That sounds unpleasant.
The mask helps hide what's going on under here. It ain't pretty, and I don't want to make people barf just by looking at me. That's not as fun. Or I can be honest and say there wasn't the budget for it. You pick whichever one sounds better.
I find it hard to believe you are ugly.
Hey now, I never called myself ugly. This is to protect the softies who can't handle what peak male hotness looks like.
What is your special ability? I have not seen it yet.
Just 'cause I can't shoot lasers or pick up and yeet a bus doesn't mean my power is invisible. Wait, unless I can turn invisible now. Hold on, let me try. Nope, still only got my super regeneration.
Regeneration? You are able to heal quickly?
My healing factor can basically bring me back from anything. No hand, no body, no prob. My cells are always regenerating.
That is incredible.
Makes the life of a merc a lot easier when you literally can't die. Sounds good on a business card, too.
Can you tell me more about your katanas?
Oh, the girls? I'm so glad you asked. They never get any attention. Guns are so impersonal. I like using the old hack and slash approach with these puppies.
I also use swords. Using them takes much skill and strength.
I might not look it, Hunter, but I'm as skilled as hell swordsman. We should dance sometime.
With our swords or with each other?
Both.
Can you tell me why you're called the Merc with a Mouth?
My mouth is special, Hunter. I say all kinds of words with it. That's kind of my shtick.
I do not understand. We all have mouths. What does it mean?
It means I talk a lot, hence Merc with a Mouth. I crack jokes and break the fourth wall so much that I may as well be the Kool-Aid Man.
Who were you before becoming Deadpool?
I was just a normal dude, except I had terminal cancer. Then I went through an experiment that was supposed to cure me, but surprise, it didn't. Instead of dying, I got the diagnosis of living forever because of a big oopsie done by bad people who turned Wade Wilson into this guy.
Wade Wilson?
Oops, that's me. Well, before all that crap.
It sounds like you have dealt with a lot, Wade.
Don't even think about it. I have a badass superhero name for a reason!
Before we came to the Abbey, you said you were going to be DLC. What does that mean?
Deadpool living comfortably.
What?
What?
I misspoke. Talk later, Deadpool.
Stringing me along? How cruel.
I admire your way around a sword.
Look at you, sweet talker. Hunter! I was just thinking about you.
Good thoughts, I hope.
Can't say, or else I'll get slapped with a content warning. What you need?
I have questions, if you do not.
What you need?
I like your mouth, even with the reputation it has.
Loving the compliments. But let me breathe before we go for round 2. Grrr. Sure, Captain Marvel can blast a dude with her eyes, but I can bat my eyelashes and make them run away.
I wouldn't have guessed we'd become such fast friends, Hunter, but I welcome your company.
Salutations.